What's going on, everyone? It's Abdallah here, bringing you guys another tips and tricks tutorial video for Yokai Watch 4. Today's episode is the ultimate crank Acai guide. I'm going to show you guys everything you need to know about all of the different crank Acais and how to maximize your odds so that you guys come out on top when it comes to spending your hard-earned coins. So thank you guys so much for watching. I am super pumped up to give you this tutorial. If you guys are excited too, definitely smash that like button and enter our giveaway of a Nintendo Switch and a copy of Yokai Watch 4. All you have to do is subscribe and turn on notifications along with commenting all the details on my Twitter. Alright, so if you guys are playing through the game, you're naturally going to come across the Yokai World, where you're going to have access to all 4 of the crank Acai within the game. If you guys have not gotten to this part in the game, I would say hold on to all your crank Acai and do not spend a single one of them, as tempting as it is, until you get to this point where you have access to all of them. Now, with that being said, you'll see that there are so many different crank Acai. There's going to be 4 of each of them in the entire area. You can see right in this area, these are the present day 4 crank Acai. Right over here, these are going to be the 4 crank Acai of the past. Right over in this way, say hi to Gutsy Bones, we'll see the 4 Yokai World specific crank Acai. And right on the bottom here are going to be the 4 crank Acai of the future. Now, you may think that each of these crank Acai are just going to be copy-paste models and you could click on any one of them. No, that's not the case at all. With these crank Acai, they're going to have different odds on different ones. So, case in point, I'm trying so hard to get some Shogunyan Cone. And the only way that you can get the golden Shogunyan Cone is if you crank on the present crank Acai. So if you take a look over here, there's a couple different kinds of crank Acai coins in the game. You've got the regular rainbow coin that you're going to find plenty of in the game. You'll find 1-star coins, you'll find 5-star coins, and of course you'll find special coins. And more often than not, the rusty coins, which are pretty much garbage. So with that being said, you want to take a look at what the options are for your rainbow coins, your special coins, and your rusty coins, because these are the ones that are going to be different. The 1-star coin and the 5-star coins are going to typically be the exact same odds. So keep that in mind as you go across over here. So for example, if I'm going to be aiming for a Shogunyan Cone, which is a 2nd place prize out of a red capsule, I believe, then this one I'll have a 1/5 chance of getting it, provided I get the red capsule. So if you keep that in mind, that's exactly what we're going to do with that. So 1/5 out of the red capsule, the 2nd tier. Come on over to this one. You'll see that it is also kind of the same thing, where it is 1/5. But if I was trying to get the Orkanos Cone, it's going to be different, and I'm going to have no chance of getting the Orkanos Cone whatsoever. And then the same thing over here, you can see that Whisper is over there, and then this one, I mean, there's no yokai that we're going to get from this one, so I'd rather have a chance of getting Insomni rather than just a Mighty Medicine, which is hot garbage. Take a look at this one over here. The crank contents are going to be a little bit different as well. This one, instead of getting medicine on top, I can get an X-Borb. So I would much rather spend my rainbow coin on this one because, I mean, I'm never going to use the medicine. I usually sell all that stuff, and I'd rather power up a yokai rather than that. So this one seems to be my best bet. Same thing over here with the special one. You're going to see that the rewards are going to be different. You get Orkanos on top. And then over here, you can automatically get a Burly if you get the jackpot prize. So that's way better than just getting nonsense from the other one. But of course, last but not least, we have this 4th one, which our odds are going to be slightly different. This one is kind of the same thing as one of the other ones, where you're going to get either a Total Dude or a Shogunyan, and then the grand prize is going to be the Mega X-Borb. These are going to be the exact same thing either way. The special coin will potentially give you a Whisper, which is also very cool. And then 4 different kinds of yokai in that one, and then over here is just a medicine and a Insomni Cone. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now, you take that concept and you multiply it across every single one of these crank Acai, and then you guys will be able to shop around to find out what your best odds are going to be. For example, this wind coin over here can give you a Wobble Walk. And then the special coin can give you Wobble Walk or Arachnus, or you can get Reunite. Over here, it's going to be a little bit different. We told you guys that the #1 thing that you can get was a Wobble Walk. Now that's not the case with this one. You can get some different cones, some Gilgaros Cone. Right over here, you can get 1 of 3 of those guys, which is also awesome. And you get a 5-star coin, which is not, or a 5-star key, which is not good at all. All right, and then take a look over here. it's going to be a little bit different. You're going to get that medicine, which is never something you want to aim for. Right over here, you get any of these 3, and then right on the board, you get Azure Dragon. Why you'd want another one, no idea. He's an auto-befriend in the story, but hey, whatever. Wobble Walk, again, right over here, Gilgaros, and then you guys have these. So, anyway, you get the point of that, right? You get the point that you guys should check every single one of these Crank-a-kai for the odds of what you want every single time. Now, other than that, I do want to explain to you guys that every single day, your cranks will reset. So there's a time, probably like 6 in the morning or something like that. Your cranks will reset, and you'll see an amount of cranks over here. So you get 3 of them per day. So make sure that you guys crank every single time. Now, sometimes you're going to get a little bit of a text box that says something with a 3 over here. That's going to mean that you're going to get triple the amount of points every time you crank. So every time you crank, you're going to get a certain amount of points, depending on which kind of coin you put in there. And then, of course, with those points, you're going to be able to purchase a whole bunch of things from this shop. You can see over here in the top corner, I've got 62 points on my Gacha land card. Don't even waste your time on any of these weapons and equips because they're not worth it. These items over here are going to be for Whisper and Future Whisper's endgame weapon. That's kind of cool to have. But of course, you want to spend all of your coins on these different keys. The 5-star keys, yeah, they're very expensive, but you want to try to go for rainbow keys, I would say, or better yet, go for the God Side key or the Yasha Enma key, which will allow you to go into the doors and fight those prospective yokai, and they drop really good items. So if you guys are interested in what the keys do, I've got a separate tutorial video on that, so go check it out. Anyway, so other than that, I do want to mention, guys, that you cannot save scum with Crank-a-kai, unfortunately. I mean, you can do that to an extent in like Yokai Watch 1 and Yokai Watch 2, where you can shop around to like the past Crank-a-kai versus the present Crank-a-kai. You can do that in the old games. But now, every time you crank, the game will automatically save, so keep that in mind. So the game's a lot harder, and from my experience, cranking on this thing is really tough, considering the fact that you're not going to get a lot of things that are good. I wasted all my special coins, and I didn't even get a special drop. So I'm really hoping that when the DLC updates come out, they're going to be a lot more friendly towards us users that are trying to get these items out of the Crank-a-kai. One more piece of advice for you guys is, I would say, save your golden cone. Alright, save your golden cone. Now here's what happened to me, right? If you guys remember during the Let's Play video, I got really gung-ho about, oh my gosh, like I'm using all these coins, I'm getting these Gilgaros cone, right? Legendary Gilgaros, I got 3 Gilgaros cone. Let's put them all together and let's make a Gilgaros out of it. But what I didn't realize was that the Gilgaros cone and any of these gold cone that are exclusive to the Crank-a-kai, like the Wobble Walk one, the SS QB one, SS Venok one, all of these that are exclusive to Crank-a-kai, you can't get them anywhere else. But if you spend one of these coins and you get an actual Gilgaros, you can't change the Gilgaros into the cone. You can't go backwards with it. So that's pretty bad. So the reason why I say that is because when you guys are saving your cone, there's going to be a lot of different exclusive items in the game that you can craft, and they're going to require you to get certain cone, and it's kind of crazy. So, for example, I was looking at this and I was kicking myself, right? So with Katie's specific headband, right? So if you want to make Katie's specific headband, you're going to need 2 Venoct cone and 2 QB cone for it. Now, like I said earlier, if you, I don't know, got these out of the crank or anything like that, like, that's awesome. But don't ever take them and push them and make them into specific yokai. It's not worth it at all. There's so many different weapons, and I'll show you guys these guys here. I'm sorry, let's go over to here. Let's craft them from the beginning. There's so many good endgame weapon that you're going to need specific cone for, and some of these are going to be crank exclusive cone. So for example, let's take a look over here. Crank exclusive cone, show me some good ones. Yeah, like, dude, right over here. So many different ones. Okay, so here we go. So for Wobble Walk's specific weapon, that's going to give him 100 defense and 100 magic defense, you're going to need 3 Wobble Walk cone. Now here's the thing. You most likely spent 3 Wobble Walk Cone in order to summon him. Or you were very lucky and got him off of a coin. But still, that's the thing. Like, you don't want to spend your gold cone on the actual yokai. You want to spend them on the items. So there was one of them. If you take a look over here, let's see, anything else? Yeah. So here, Whisper Cone, right? So in order to get Whisper's like little finger pointer attack that gives him 184 stats on his magic attack stat, you're going to need 2 of his gold cone. Now, that's the thing, right? You don't necessarily want to spend them in order to get Whisper. You want to hold on to that. Same thing with, okay, so you can farm Gargaros all you want. There's a Gilgaros item over here that's just like really ridiculous. So right over here, Silver Lining, exactly 3 of them. Don't spend them. Just keep on, just be patient with it. You know, you're gonna crank every day. You're gonna get more Crank-a-kai coins. So anyway, that's my advice for that. And then the question that everyone's asking for is, Abdallah, how do you farm Crank-a-kai coins? All right. Well, I don't necessarily have the best answer for that, as you're going to get coins based off of going into these doors. Now, going into these doors, you're going to potentially have the ability to farm the Godside Yokai, which can drop Crank-a-kai coins. You can farm Yasha Enma, who's going to potentially drop Crank-a-kai coins. You can potentially use these Galaxy keys, and then as soon as you use the Galaxy key and go up to Mount Wildwood, there could be a coin over there waiting for you. You can fight all the Kenbu Majin, all of these guys that are the Toma summons. You can fight them, and they'll drop coins. And then it's just a never-ending cycle. So you pretty much use the Crank-a-kai coins to get points, spend the points on keys, spend the keys to get coins, and then it's just going to keep on repeating like that. Other ways that I get Crank-a-kai coins is by doing boss battles. I've got a whole tutorial video based on going through and refighting all of the bosses and showing you guys where those are at. If you beat them on their super difficulty, you're going to get a lot of coins. And it's pretty much doing that the entire time. So that's one of the reasons why I have so many of the Crank-a-kai coins and so many of those rusted coins too, is because the bosses drop them, and that's kind of what you're going to get. So I've got 25 of these. I mean, you can also do the treasure hunts that reward a lot of different coins. You can do all the Michi marks that give you some coins as well. But other than that, it's do all the quests, do all the hunts, and then just keep on grinding. And as you guys can see over here, like, you don't want to waste all your gold cone. Just like take this advice from me, where I already wasted 3 Gilgaros cone, and now I can't get his Oni Smasher Sky. So until I get like 3 more Gilgaros cone, when in fact I could just trade for a Gilgaros, you know what I mean? So anyway, guys, that's it for the Crank-a-kai tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's a lot of information on cranks, and you just gotta get lucky. I feel that in this game, the Crank-a-kai odds are a little bit too low for my tastes, and there's no way of manipulating your odds on this stuff other than switching around the Crank-a-kai. So best of luck to you guys and all of your cranks. I guess what I'll do for this episode is I'll crank 3 things in hopes to get a Shogunyan cone. I need 2 more, man. I'm trying to get his endgame materials. So like I said earlier, I'm gonna be spending the rainbow coins over here. I want to try to get something good. Like, I don't mind doing this one because I could potentially get a golden, or like I could get a golden orb, which would give me total dude, and I could have that as trade fodder. That's pretty decent. So if I'm going for Shogunyan cone, I'm gonna go over here for this, and we're gonna call it an episode. This one, not so good. I wouldn't want to get a gold first prize on a Mega Export when I could have an S rank yokai. So my deal for this one is I only have 3 Crank-a-kai for today. I'm not gonna spend my special coins. So I'm just gonna spend these guys, and we're gonna crank, and I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that we got a red capsule. And then once it's a red capsule, I got 1 in 5 chance of it being the cone that I want. So this is a trash prize. It's a waste. Yeah, there's Crank-a-kai odds for you. All right, we're gonna try a couple more times. Red, dude. Okay, come on, baby. Blue is 3rd prize. That's not good. So there's an Insomni item that you can use in order to get Insomni to join you. Kind of cool. And you could also use that item to make Insomni's endgame weapon. So again, pay attention to that. And here we go, a Galaxy key that's gonna give me 1 item. All right, that's hot garbage, man. That's really hot garbage. So anyway, I get upset about the Crank-a-kai because my Crank-a-kai luck is horrible. But you know what? There's always tomorrow, right? Anyway, so we taught you guys everything you need to know about the Crank-a-kai, how to improve your odds, whether or not the Crank-a-kai actually works with save scumming, and of course, all of the tips and tricks on what to do and what to crank on. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments what kind of cranks you guys had. If you guys want to throw some trade requests out there, feel free to use the comment section for that. It'll be super fun. Other than that, join our Discord, discord.gg/Abdallah. Yeah, tons of stuff happening for Yokai Watch. I want this game to get localized in the States, so it's really important that you guys come on board and purchase a Japanese version in order for that to happen. So I'm buying a Nintendo Switch and a couple copies of the game we're giving out to you guys. Details on my Twitter. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.